Yes, friends. Today I am taking, as I promised you, or as I promised you, that I'll take next lecture, which is very important. So this is the 10th lecture, continuously after 9th, the 10th one, right? Okay, and this is why I'm taking, because currently I have just in the 9th lecture series, I have talked about what are the basic science, lordship, science and lordship, and after that exaltation and debilitation degrees, which are very important, right? And after learning those or noting down them, please pay attention towards this very important again lecture series, because in this I have taken the further relationship among the planets, right? What the relationship between the planets or among the planets is very important. We have to just understand that what kind of relationship every planet is having with other, because this makes the prediction technology or technique very important. Very precise prediction comes out when we understand that what is the relationship, actual relationship, okay, natural relationship. What is the 5 types of relationship? Panchada Sambandha. Panchada Sambandha means 5 types of relationship. Those 5 types of relationship I'll talk about. Here I'm taking 3 points. First, this is the first one. The first thing. Second is this. I have drawn these 3 lines. Major line this 1 and 2. So this is second topic here. The third topic is this, and first topic is this. So there are 3 major topics today. Okay, and then I'll take one by one. I'll take them one by one so that one can understand it. What is the actual relationship among the planets? And this is very important. Just as I've told you that this is very important for every person who wants to know about, who wants to understand the Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology is, as I have told you a number of times, as most of the Sanskrit words of Sanskrit scriptures say, that this is the Para Vigyan. Para Vigyan means the science which is beyond science, that our super science, we may say super science. Reason is, nobody can tell you about your future life, right? Nobody can tell you. As some of the, religions from the Western side, they say that nobody can't or nobody can't predict, or nobody can predict about one's future, right? Except God. This is said in one of the religions of the Western side, but Indian religions say that Vedic scriptures say that if you understand what is the astronomical facts regarding the what is conjunction of planets, transit of planets, okay, and your casting of horoscope, everything, then one can predict about one's life, one's future life, present life, future life, everything about one's own life. Okay, this is what our Indian scriptures believe, and this is 100% true. I have found 100% true. Number of people have predicted, have talked about Indian Vedic astrology. From Western side, from Eastern side, every part of the world now is very much, not impressed upon, I cannot say. Everything is now talking about, okay, every part of the country, of the world is now talking about, from Western side, USA, UK, right, European countries, Canada, all the countries, right, Western countries, Eastern countries, North country, New Zealand, even Russian countries, China, everywhere, okay, from East, West, South, East, every part of the country, of the globe, of the earth, is talking about now Vedic astrology. Reason is, most of the people now impressed with what is Vedic astrology. One example we always talk about of 1942. 1942, in the Simon Commission, I always talked about Mr. Sir Woodrow White. Who was Sir Woodrow White? You can go through his autobiography book which he has written. Now he is no more. I think he died in 1995 or maybe near 2000 somewhere. I'm not remembering his time of death at the moment. But I have gone through his book, his predictions, everything what he talked about. Not prediction, but what about his real truth of life. He became optimistic after going through the predictions of Indian astrologer. Indian astrologer from Ganganagar, Sri Ganganagar, okay, in Rajasthan, one of the states in India, Rajasthan. From Rajasthan or Sri Ganganagar, the king of Ganganagar in those days, in the British time, okay, was very much famous. I mean, was a member of Simon Commission, and Sir Woodrow White also came to India from UK, from Britain, okay, as a member of Simon Commission. He was from British side, and Sir Gangaram, I mean this Sri Ganganagar king was from Indian side, because almost some of the kings who were very much famous, they were member of Simon Commission. Simon Commission was just to get the what you call relationship among Indian side, whatever Indian sorrows were there, any problems were, they were discussed in during the Simon Commission. But Simon Commission, after that, okay, not satisfied from India side, it was not satisfied one. Okay, but British people or some of the members, Sir Woodrow White was one of the members of Simon Commission, right? When he came to India in 1942, I'm talking about 1942, Simon Commission. Okay, so he was one of the members of Simon Commission from British side, from Britain side, right? From side of Britain, from side of UK, from the British people. So this person, Sir Woodrow White, initially was, when he talked about the court astrologer of Sri Ganganagar's king, I am not remembering his name, you can go through Sri Ganganagar's king of that time, I am not remembering. I want to just narrate a brief story about this. You can go through the autobiography of Sir Woodrow White. It is available, okay, I mean in UK, in most of the library of the world. In USA it is available in the library, as I came to know about from one of my students. He searched this in the Dallas state of USA, or Dallas city, I think, Dallas city in USA, and he found that book in the library of Dallas city in USA, right? So in US libraries it is found, this book is found. This book name is Confessions of an Optimist, or by an Optimist, of an Optimist, right? Confessions of an Optimist. This is the book written by Sir Woodrow White, his autobiography, right? Because he became optimistic after going through all the predictions. Initially he was not believing, he was saying that I don't believe what it is astrology. But Sri Ganganagar, king of Sri Ganganagar, he told him that my court astrologer is very famous astrologer. He can tell you about your past, present and future, everything. Okay. But Sir Woodrow White initially was known as Woodrow White, but afterwards his name, he was given that degree of Sir or whatever. Okay, so that is known as Sir Woodrow White, because after that he was known as Sir Woodrow White. So initially he was not believing, but finally, okay, after some arguments, right? Initially when king narrated this story, then Sir Woodrow White was not so much pleased with this statement of king. He was saying that no, I don't believe in astrology. What is this astrology? Okay, only God can predict about one's life. Nobody else can predict about one's life. Okay. After that, king was silent. He was not talking to him. But Sir Woodrow White, then he realized that king has not angry, or has got angry, or he is angry now. So after that he asked him that, okay, if you believe in astrology, I don't mind about this, but I don't want to meet your astrologer. If you like, you can get my data, birth data, time of birth, date of birth, whatever you want. I can write down. So he noted down his time of birth, date of birth and place of birth in the UK, and gave to king of Ganganagar, Sri Ganganagar, right? King took this to his court astrologer, and court astrologer's name I am not mentioning, because he was Sharma also, some R.P. Sharma, Sri R.P. Sharma or some name. I am not remembering, but his name was Sharma, I think, some R.P. Sharma or somebody. So he gave his biodata to that court astrologer, and court astrologer noted down the events of the life of Woodrow White, and told him that during this period, from this to this, you will marry second time, right? And during this period, you will be recognized by the government of England, or by the king or queen, whosoever, by the queen, because Queen Elizabeth is here now, so she was also there at the time. So Queen Elizabeth, you will get recognition from the government side. Okay, so during this period you will get this, you will get this. So the time period he noted down. Okay, but when he came to know about this predictions of his life, Sir Woodrow White was initially laughed. He told him, the king, that why do you want that my wife will die, or she is very beautiful, I like her very much, she also like me, how I can get married, second marriage, okay, during this period or that period, okay, but I can take it. But he started believing in this during the same period. His wife died, or he got separation, I don't know, died or got separation or divorce or whatever, but he married second time during the same period. After that he started believing in astrology, and during the same period he got recognition as Sir from Queen Elizabeth, right, from the government side. So he got this recognition as Sir. So after that he was known as Sir Woodrow White. Okay, he was children's story writer or something. He was a writer also, a writer of children's stories, right. So he got recognition during the same period from Queen. After that he started believing, and he has noted down every event of his life in his this autobiography. Autobiography's name is Confessions of an Optimist, or Confessions by an Optimist. No, not by, but of an Optimist. Confessions of an Optimist. He said that I became optimistic after all these events happened in my life, truly in the same way or same time, and during the same period the same events happened in my life. So he became optimistic regarding, and he so much appreciated that court astrologer of King of Sri Ganganakal, and he started believing. And this book, Confession by an Optimist, is presented in number of, as a proof in Indian courts and somewhere, right. So this is we have come to know about from great astrologers in India. Okay, so now let me take the basic point. So the actual prediction, exact prediction, is possible in Vedic astrology if people are understanding, or if one understands what is actual thing, relationship between the planets, among the planets, what is actual relationship, what is the degrees in which they are active more, the planets are more active, giving better results or best results, at what degree, that I have already talked about, that debilitation degree, deep debilitation, deep exaltation degrees I have already talked about. Now I am talking about the relationship, natural relationship. I have talked about the natural relationship when at the time of, I think, marriage matching or something. In those lecture series you can see, please. So during that lecture series of my marriage matching, I have talked about some relationship, natural relationship, friendship or enemy and neutral. Okay, neutral. Planets are having friends, enemies, as well as neutral. Neutral means no friend and no enemy. That means neutral or neutrality. So some planets are neutral to each other, some are friends, some are enemies. This is known as natural relationship. Third kind of relationship I have taken here, which is Panchada relationship. Panchada means 5 types of relationship. There are 5 types of relationship. Out of this natural relationship, we will form, what are those 5 types of compound relationship, or in compound terms we can say, or compound relationship we can say, combined relationship or Panchada relationship. 5 types of relationship, right? So those relationship I will talk about. And the first is that what is the Mooltrikon sign, and what is the importance of each and everything I will talk about. So please, if you want to remember these things, note down them, because noting down everything, note down them. Let me just stand aside so that you can note down, or can actually screen this or note down this, okay, the whole board, because I have taken these 3 type of relationship. I'll just take every part of this. First I'll take the first one. What is the Mooltrikon signs for every planet? Mooltrikon sign is very much important. The reason is that if a planet is placed in his own sign or in his Mooltrikon sign is his natural or actual sign, or more, or means better placed. We can say that planet is better placed in a particular sign. What is that better place in a particular sign of a planet? that's known as Mooltrikon sign. And when a planet is placed in Mooltrikon sign of it, then that planet will give very good results, okay, better results. At a deep degree, it is exalted. Suppose the planet is exalted at a deep degree, or deep exaltation degree, then best result is giving, okay, is given by that planet in that sign of it, okay. That I have already talked about. What is deep exaltation degree, what is deep debilitation degree, I have talked about in the 9th lecture series. So please note down that 9th lecture series is very, very important also. This is also very important. This is going to give you a lot of hints regarding your life. If anybody who wants to know about one's life, one's own life, I mean one's own life, one's friendly life, one's friend's life, one's family member's life, or others' life, then one can understand Vedic astrology in a better manner. So Vedic astrology gives insight in the life of a person. Okay, what kind of things can happen, what kind of things are going to happen. Undoubtedly, we have not to just know about, or we cannot understand what is the result and this and that, as Bhagavad Gita says, or Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that karmande vadikarasti ma phalesu kadachana. Okay, ma karm phale hetu bhuma te sangostu karmani. Hey Parth, you have not to think about the result of your actions. You have to do. Action is your right, your prime duty, right? So action or doing work, karma is first right to do, right? Not to think about your result. But my dear friend, result is very important, because the persons who are very normal person, not understanding anything, they are very common men, okay, common life people, or the civilians, I mean normal citizens, they are not understanding all these things, what is this and that. Then for them this is the right work, that they have to do their duty, not to think about the result of that action. Okay, आपका सिर्फ your work is just to do your right duty. Actual work you have to perform. Your duty is right action, not incorrect action or wrong actions, right? Right actions, if a person is doing, the result will automatically come out as a positive result or negative. That is another point. This positive or negative result is being predicted about with the help of Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology, if is known to a person, then one can understand that what kind of result can be possible in the near future. So planning for the near future is very much accurate or exact if one understands Vedic astrology. With the help of Vedic astrology, one can prepare oneself for the future life, if it is very much going to bad one, or not correct one, exact one, or positive one, negative one, I mean. So for negative and positive, a person can prepare oneself accordingly. So then he didn't become, or he doesn't become hopeless, right? So then person becomes already aware about that, okay, this kind of thing was going to happen with my life or in my life. If positive is going to happen, the person will be more active, right? If negative even, then he can take precautions. This is the usage, or what you call actual result, or actual utilization or use of Vedic astrology. Or anything, suppose a person is knowing about his future life or future activities, then he will be either more active, more positive. He cannot be hopeless, he cannot be depressed person, because he was already knowing that this is going to happen with me. In that way, the person can take precautions, can be hopeful, or can take a better, I mean, right steps he can take for his future activities. So this is the actual benefit of Vedic astrology. Or anything, if we are going to predict about one's person or a person's life, then person can be aware about, can be hopeful, can take precautions, can be more conscious about his future life. That is what the actual use of Vedic astrology. So I mean, all the parts of Vedic scriptures or Vedic what you call Indian civilization or Vedic civilization is that a person is having all kinds of arts and culture and everything. Ayurveda, yoga, Vedic scriptures, Vedic astrology, right? Everything. Even Ayurveda is going to tell you about naturally you can develop your life, okay? You can improve your life, you can protect your life, okay? By those, three tap, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, etc. So that is described in Vedic, in Ayurveda. So with the help of Ayurveda, Vedic astrology, Vedas and all these things, they are going to help you. Okay, about do the right thing or actual thing. You have not to be hopeful, very hopeless. A person can be hopeful if the person is knowing all these kind of activities. Be positive. I mean, the person will be positive after that. He cannot take wrong steps. This is what actual benefits of Vedic civilization. Now I'm going to describe about this. Okay, so please go through all the predictions about people's life, from western side, from eastern side, from all kinds of people you can find. I've talked about already about Mughal kings. They were also believing in astrology because they were having a number of court poets, and those court astrologers were awarded by them, given lot of awards, I mean, their life was saved. Otherwise, they were very much, I mean, plunderers or killers of innocent people. But these court astrologers were protected by them, were given shelter by them. Okay, the reason was because they were predicting about their life. Okay, giving them positive results. And I can talk about a lot of things about, I mean, number of, what do you call, Mughal kings who were, who came to India and they were believing in astrology. Their life was predicted about by a number of astrologers, and all the I've already talked about Jahangir and others. Okay, so please come to the topic. Now this topic is very important. Actual, prediction based upon certain facts, and these facts I'm sharing with you. This sharing of facts is possible when a person is very much keen, is very interested in astrology, understanding all these things, because they are going to help your life, help you in your life, help you for your family members, for others, for other people, knowing people in a better manner. As I have told you, that after going through a discipline, your body, your eyes are all there in the same way, but they will think that your thought will be different. You will see the world in a different manner after going through a discipline. Any person who study a discipline, or discipline means a subject or anything which was unknown to him or unknown to her, and after going through this discipline, a person's thinking, the person will see the world with the same eyes but with the different thoughts. Okay, his eyes or different thoughts will be there about the world. So this is what the actual result of any discipline we study about. Okay, when a person comes to know about a subject, about a discipline, after going through that discipline, his thinking about the world is different. His ideas about the world is different. His thinking power is broadened, right? So, in a broad way, he will think about the world. So this is what the result of every discipline is there. So Vedic astrology is the best discipline of the life, one's life. One can, or best subject to study about, because this is known as in Sanskrit Parabhigyan, and Parabhigyan means super science, excellent science, beyond science. Because can science tell you about your future life, that what kind of person you will be? Okay, medicines even can tell you that your present life is this. If you are not taking precautions, this and that, you will die. Or even doctors die. Number of doctors have died, even if they were very much this and that. So, but only astrology can tell you about, Vedic astrology can tell you about your future activities, future life. Will you be there? Your life will be this kind. You will have this kind of benefits. You will build your house. You will purchase this kind of thing. You will have vehicles during this period. You will purchase your vehicles. You will have relationship of this kind with your family members, with your others. Okay, and this kind of activity can happen in your life. Okay, you will live for this much year. Okay, you have the complete age is very short or whatever. Okay, so that kind of things are possible in whole life. Or even your relationship with your family members is very much defined, with your wife, with your family members, with your friends, with your brothers, sisters, etc. Everything is defined, well defined. As I always tell my people, whosoever ask me something, my student, my friend, my others, colleagues and all those people, that you will be a different person if I predict about your life. After going through all those predictions, they are surprised. Some of people I have found that they were so surprised that they couldn't believe that how can you tell about my life, this and that, everything is just true 100%. Okay, because this is my life, my parent life, my father, my mother, my brother, and this, how can you say like this? But this is true, 100% true, you can say. But as I told you that everything is based upon your exact data, correct data. If your data is wrong, wrong, data means time of birth, place of birth, date of birth. These three must be 100% true, accurate one. If they are accurate, then prediction is 100% true, or your life is well defined in a proper manner. Okay, one can have the wide, wide vision about his life, about her life, about his life, this and that. Okay, one can understand his life in a better manner if his life is, casted, or his life is being cast with the help of Vedic astrology. So this is what the benefit of astrology is. Now that can be precise, predictions can be precised, can be accurate one if these things are taken into consideration. Now let me take the first point. First thing I have talked about, Mooltrikon sign. Every planet is having its own Mooltrikon sign. Now Mooltrikon sign, as I have told you, that during, in that sign, within some degrees, this degree to this degree, that planet is more active, more result giving, better result giving than his own sign. Own sign means his own lord of one sign or two signs. As moon is lord of Cancer, sun is lord of Leo. As I have told you that one sign is lorded by sun and moon. Okay, they are lords of one sign, while other 5 planets are lords of two signs. Saturn is lord of 2 signs, Capricorn and Aquarius, I told you about. Mars is lord of Aries and Scorpio. Then second, Taurus and Libra is lorded by Venus, right? Gemini and Virgo is lorded by Mercury. Please note down all these things, and I think in 9th lecture series you might have noted down all these things, so understanding. We now come to the next point. So then Jupiter is lord of Sagittarius sign, 9th one, and 12th one, Pisces sign. So two signs are lorded by Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury and Mars, right? These 5 planets are lording two signs, while Sun lords only, or Sun is the lord of one sign, Leo, 5th one, and 4th sign is lorded by Moon. Okay, so one sign, Cancer, is lorded by Moon. Moon is lord of Cancer. So one sign only. So one sign and 2 plus 2, and 2 into 5, 10. So 10 plus 2, 12 signs. Total 12 signs were there. I have talked about in 9th lecture series. Now 10th one is further very important. Reason is these planets are taken. Yes, only 7 planets are taken. As I have told you that Rahu, Ketu, the nodes or shadowy planets I will talk about later. I'll take them separately so that one can understand what is the role of Rahu and Ketu, because Rahu and Ketu are shadowy planets, as I told you. Shadowy planets, or they are not actual planets, but they are nodes or the positions of Sun and Moon defines Rahu and Ketu. Now comes the point. So those 2 planets I'll take later, so different I'll take later. Now this is what Mooltrikon sign of every planet. Sun is more active in 0 to 10 degree. This is 0 to 10 degree. 0 to 10 degree in Leo sign. Leo is lorded by Sun. Actually, Leo, Sun is the lord of Leo sign. But in Leo sign itself, Sun is more active, is having Mooltrikon sign of it. Mooltrikon sign. Mooltrikon sign means Mool means root sign or actual sign or more powerful activity in during this degrees, 0 degree to 10 degree in Leo sign. This is Mooltrikon sign of Sun. Okay, so Sun is having Mooltrikon sign from 0 degree to 10 degree, is more active in Leo sign. The rest of the Leo sign is own sign. Own sign. Sun's own sign is rest of Leo sign. That means from 11 degree to 10 degree onwards up to 30 degree. Means for 20 degree rest, 20 degree, Sun is having ownership of this. Sun's own sign, Leo sign is. Right? This is how Leo sign is. Under the Leo sign, there is a part 0 to 10 degree is more active. Sun is more active. So if you